Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to the first episode of my new Civilization 5 Vox Populi series. So as usual, because this is the first episode, it's going to be more like an introduction. We will go through all of the mods that we're going to be using, then we're going to check the game settings, and as usual I have 3 different starting locations prepared that I'll show you, and it will be up to you guys to decide which of these locations we're going to be using for this series. And also, with the release of the next episode, so episode number 2, I'll make these starting locations available for you, so if you want to play with me, you can do so. If you want to play with me, make sure that you have the same mods. So let's check those. I downloaded the latest Vox Populi version, so it's the one from the 1st of December. I'll leave a link in the description. The exact version is 12.1.3, I think. That's one thing. And also we have a new version of the 3rd and 4th unique component, and that's a version 61, so I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. So that's the mods. Now for the game settings, we're gonna be playing as India. I couldn't decide if it's gonna be India or America this time. In the end, I decided for India. And the reason why I decided to go with India in the end was actually the unique unit, because I think the thing can be completely broken if used properly. It's available right from the start, and I just want to use it. I want to see how much we can get out of it. I'll get to all of the unique stuff that India has available as we are loading the game. For now, let's check the advanced setup that we're going to be using. So as I said, we are playing as India. I decided to add one more civilization, 16 city-states, and there is now a new map script available by default. So I decided to go with that. I wanted to go with Communitas, but then I saw this like modded Communitas specifically for Vox Populi, so I decided to go with that. As you can see, there are quite a few settings with this map script. So we will be playing on standard size, Deity, epic, ancient era. I think I went with old world because I wanted to be quite flat. Temperate temperature, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was temperate, but rainfall, I think I went with wet. Medium sea level, continents, I'm actually not sure what I chose here. I think continents everywhere, that's what I chose, but I'm not 100% sure. Ocean shapes, I went random, so a little bit of a surprise what we're gonna get. Rift width, actually I don't remember half of the settings that I used. I think I used normal because last time I was playing on Communitas, I went narrow and didn't like that, so I want the seas to be a bit wider. I think that was normal. Circumnavigation off. Force coastal start, no. All of these settings are normal. And then override assign starting plots. I decided to go no because I'm not sure how exactly this would affect the map, and when I'm not sure and I'm recording, I don't want to get surprised by something that I didn't expect. It's completely new, untested. Not sure what it does, so I decided to turn this off. As for the advanced options, no surprises there. Raging Barbarians. I decided to keep the start base enabled. Not sure if that was a good idea, but at least we were getting like a typical India starts with jungle, which I don't mind. Then no event system, no research agreements, no ancient ruins, no events, no tech trading, tech brokering, quick combat, raging barbarians, and transparent diplomacy. I hope I didn't forget something, but the advanced settings should be pretty standard, but I'm using pretty much every time. So that's the settings. And now, where are they? Here. So, well, before we get to the specific of each of the starts, let's check all the Indian unique abilities. We did India once in the past, but because of technical issues, we weren't able to finish it. So some of these things I already went through. I'm not sure if last time we played with the 30th and 4th unique component. I actually don't think so. So some of these things should be new. But let's start from the top. Font of Dharma. Starry Pantheon. Great profits are 35% cheaper, and each follower of your primary religion in a city increases religious pressure and growth. And we can't get missionaries. So we will probably have to use one prophet quite early to spread the religion, because while India becomes a monster later with its religion, early it can take a while to spread the religion to first few cities. So I think I'll go like one prophet to get the religion as soon as possible, then second prophet to spread the religion, and third prophet to enhance. I think that's the plan, because it's cheaper, and I will try to get some beliefs that will help us get more faith. We should be able to pull this off reasonably fast, even with like one extra profit. Also, the discount should help. So that's the plan. As for our unique units and buildings, Nagamala, a replacement for Kirasir, comes into play quite late. A ponderous mounted range unit, highly effective on flat ground. Not sure how much flat ground we'll have, but I went with old world, so there shouldn't be that many like mountains and hills, so hopefully we will get some advantage thanks to that. Only the Indians might build it. This unit is higher combat strength than Kirasir, doesn't require horses, received feared elephant promotion for free, and is available earlier. I'm not actually sure how much earlier, but we will check that out. I also want to check the feared elephant promotion, what it does exactly. I'll leave this guy as last. Then we have Harappan Reservoir, which is a replacement for Aqueduct. I was trying to get maps where we can get at least something from the Harappan Reservoir. So replacement for Aqueduct carries over 20% food after city growth, 25% of the production of the city added to city's current production. Now the interesting part, grants +1 production from floodplains, +2 from lakes and oases, and farms worked by the city get food and production. So in this game, we will be building more farms than usual, and reduces unhappiness by 1. Then we have Killa, which I think is the first unique building that we didn't have in the previous series. I'm still not sure if we did the previous one with the 3rd and 4th unique component. So Killa is a replacement for a castle. City must have walls, +1 production for quarries. Unfortunately, I couldn't like plan for Quillas because we won't see stone until we research some tags. So hopefully we'll get at least something. Slightly reduces distress, contains 1 slot for great work of art, and generates +1 great artist point per turn, +3 tourism at flight. That great artist, I'm not sure how useful that will be. I guess we will get like 1 extra artist because of Quillas, maybe in the end, but I don't think it's gonna have a huge effect. 25 city hit points for every national wonder and world wonder. This could be pretty strong, but only for the city where we are building these things. So our capital is gonna be pretty strong, but our capital should never really be in the middle of any wars, so who cares about the hit points? That's pretty good for 1 city challenge, but if even in 1 city challenge your capital is taking damage and this is relevant, then you've probably lost. So who cares about the hit points, honestly? Then 20% of the city defense is converted into culture every turn. That is interesting. So we want to boost the strength of our capital as much as possible, as quickly as possible, to get the extra culture. Well, it could be a decent amount of culture. The Killa comes into play relatively early, and extra like 10 culture that's then gets scaled by some percentage modifiers. Sure, why not? I'll take it. I think that's the most interesting part, to be honest, from the Killa. Of course, if we get like quarries everywhere, then the production would be pretty relevant as well, but we can't like plan for that. So that's these 3. And then we have Danurgraha, whatever, just archer. So this thing is a replacement for an archer. Archer, potent early archery unit. Only India may build it. Slightly stronger than archer, which it replaces. I think it's... Archer is 6 strength, if I remember correctly. This is 8, so that's pretty decent. For early game, that's a lot. Gains culture and bonus experience for every kill. That's huge. Question is how much culture. But it's culture. Culture early, insane. Also the experience, that's huge as well. If you have early range units that are leveling faster than they should be, then you get logistics faster, which is pretty crazy. You can siege effectively with archer units with logistics if you have enough of them. And gains fate and culture when leveling up. So we are leveling faster, and when we are leveling, we are getting bonus yields. We will be focusing on these units a lot. I probably will go like super heavy archer units. Then, because we have the Nagamala, I will also throw in some of the like the Kirasir line, and then some frontline, because we have to get it, but I want to go like really ranged heavy, as heavy as possible, basically. And then culture from kills is doubled against barbarians. So that's even more crazy when you combine it with authority opener. I'm not sure how much it is, but just from what I'm reading here, we should be getting social policies early really fast. So maybe we'll even be able to get some world wonders that we usually can't get, because we often can get the tax required, but we are like 1 or even 2 social policies behind what we need with this unit. If we get the maximum out of it, we should be ahead of the AIs even, probably, like social policy wise. I really am looking forward to playing with these guys. And I don't think that we lose these bonuses as we upgrade them. I hope we don't lose these bonuses. If we don't, then it's probably broken. So we will see. There is nothing that would tell us. It's not like a unique promotion or anything, so maybe we lose it as the unit changes name. It's hard to say. We'll find out. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So continue, and there is the first starting location. As I said, I this time didn't disable the starting base, so we are getting this typical start for India with a lot of jungles. This one, I mean, it's nothing like super special. No, or we won't get the monopoly on citrus, which can be broken with the monopoly. We'll get the monopoly on silk, which is nice long term, but the early start doesn't give like extra food, doesn't give extra production. But we have floodplains. I wanted that for our unique aqueduct, so we will get something out of that. And overall, this is a decent start. There's nothing to like be like super excited about, but there's also nothing that would slow us down. We have food, we have gold, that's important. We will get more gold than average, so we should be, or that should help us to get our archers out faster. As I said, there are the floodplains that I wanted to get. So overall, not a bad start, not a super amazing start. What my problem with this start is that we probably won't be starting on the hill. I think I would start right here, because I want to stay on the river. I want to stay in between these 2 tiles. There is the option to move on the hill, start there, but that would move us too far away from these floodplains. I'm not sure that I want to do that. Then there is the option to move here, but then we would be moving too far away from the silk. Also, these 2 tiles would be quite far. So I think I will stay here, or I would stay here. I checked some extra tiles when I was deciding if I want to keep this start as an option or not. So I think I moved the warrior south. So as you can see, I thought that there will be large desert, but it seems that there isn't. We just get basically flat plains. It's flat plains, hill, and then one desert tile. And on the other side, I'm not sure if I moved here or if I moved here. So there is even more. So for our secondary cities, there'll also be something to work with when we get to the aqueduct. So overall, I like the start for India specifically. Then number 2. Hope the loading times won't be too long. I'm not sure how large this version of Communitas will be in the end, so I'm not sure how long the game needs to load it. There we go. Once again, jungle, but this time a different luxury. Again, gold focused, but this time it's flat gold, so much better earlier, but later kind of garbage. Also, the yields from dyes earlier are quite bad, but I decided to keep it because there is a lake. This is probably the weakest start, but again, we have 2 tiles with 3 food right from the start. The dyes have 2 production, 1 gold, so that's nice. A little bit of food, it's there, so sure, why not? When we check around, oh, here at the start would most likely be next to the lake, so we are starting with 31 tile. So let's move the the settler there. There is also silver, so some extra production. The warrior, I think I moved here. Oh yeah, I definitely moved him here. There is chocolate, so we have 2 extra luxuries in range of the capital. It's gonna take a while to get to the chocolate. I was even thinking that maybe I could buy it because it's a 4-1 tile. I also noticed, I'm not sure if it's the change from this version of Vox Populi, the yields, or if it's just the change for this map, that some tiles get extra food, like jungle on grassland get extra food. They're starting with 3 food. And because this is most likely chocolate on grassland in jungle, it's 4-1, so pretty ridiculous. I tried to reload a couple of times. I was looking for a start with the chocolate, specifically to get like a start with 2 4-1 tiles. Didn't find it, and I didn't want to spend like half a day trying to find the super specific location. But if you get lucky, you can have pretty ridiculous start if you have like 2 chocolate tiles right next to your capital, and you are starting with 2 4-1 tiles. You can grow insanely fast. And then the Pathfinder, I think I went like this way here. Yeah, more dice in the north. You want to get the monopoly here as quickly as possible because, of course, flat yields you want to get early. That's probably the direction that we're gonna be expanding. Maybe here. So we are hidden behind the hill. I will say about that. Of course, we first need to see what's around. So this is the second one, and then the last one. Come on, come on, come on. Also, one thing that I should say, the request for India that what we will go with. This was specifically a domination India. Last time we tried like heavy religion game, almost like one city challenge, I think. This is gonna be domination. Here you'll try to get as much as possible from those archers. So it might be relevant when you are deciding on the start. Keep in mind that we want to go domination. This is a chocolate start, but is it? This should be plains. Yeah, that's plains. That's plains as well. So we didn't get that 4-1 start. This is probably the strongest start. Although the question is, where do we settle the capital? As usual, I would like to start on the hill. I really heavily prefer or favor hill start. So I think I'll start here. And because of that, it's going to take a while to get the chocolate. We'll also be starting next to tiles that don't have any extra yields. We all have 2 tiles with 30 food, so growth shouldn't be an issue. But there is no production. And there is no gold that would speed up the tile purchases. Nothing that would speed up the first monument, let's say. So the first maybe 60, 80, 100 turns could be slower, but this should be a chocolate monopoly, so even more culture on top of what we'll be getting from those archers. So I think long term, this might be the strongest start. The question is, what we gonna find around here? So let's have a look around. I think I moved here, but there is nothing. But there is some hills, so we probably won't have to worry about like some aggression from this direction. And then on the other side, I think I went this way. Oh yeah, I think I did. We have some bananas here, so even more food. If we move here, we're gonna have 2 bananas in range. I was even thinking about moving here, but that would delay the capital by another turn. And I'm not sure if it's worth doing to get like 1 more tile with bananas and then be farther away from the second chocolate. I think I want to stay closer to chocolate, get it as quickly as possible. Maybe I should have moved the Pathfinder north, but well, I can say it now when I know that I didn't find anything, right? I'm basically like trying to find where the chocolate is will be the best direction to go if we could maybe find a tile that would add 1 more chocolate for the capital, but probably not. We see quite a lot already. So yeah, that's the starting locations. Also, we have marbles. If we get it early enough, this could help with the wonders. As I said, the culture hopefully this time won't be an issue. So with extra production to wonders thanks to the marble, we could maybe get 1 or 2 extra wonders that we usually don't get. But it's hard to say. I'm really not sure how much we'll be able to get from those archers. Anything else? I don't think so. When this episode is released, you will have 24 hours to decide. And I think that's it. So yeah, this will be all for the first episode. I hope that you like the options that I chose this time. I hope that you're going to join me for the next episode again. And until then, have a good time. Bye-bye.